Hey, Luis here. I want to do a comparable on a property, three properties actually, in Arizona that my virtual assistants were checking, but I don't think they did a good job. This video is for them and then for all my students. That will teach them how to see value on these pieces of land. And let me start right now. This is the owner, Sally G. Martinez, and as you can see, they have three pieces of land here. James and Sally, and then there's another one right here. Sally G. Martinez. What they did was they did a mini subdivision in Arizona, and my assistant, she put a price of $28,000 the big one, and then $10,000 for the smaller ones. But as I can see, the smaller ones is almost an acre, and the other one's probably the same size. And you have to buy all of them because you don't want to buy the one in the back and then you have to do an easement. I rather offer for all three, right? And so it's 1 acre, and then this one is a bigger lot. This one is a little bit 136.80 divided by 4, 360, so 3 acres. So we have almost 5 acres. When we go to Zillow, the property's right around here, somewhere here. We're gonna zoom out a little, and we already can see one property here for 30K. Maybe that's why she was able to put it in there. But then there's another one that was sold that once is 1 acre for $52,000. Since I know more about the area, that's why I was like, hey, this is something is wrong with this offer right now. Very rare. The views, powers in the property line. The area is served by water company. Water line is on the property line. Miller Creek's on the. Okay, that's a good thing. It was listed. It took a little longer to sell. Oh, it took a lot. It took like over a year, but they started at 77, and then they sold it for 52, $20,000 less. $30K. So this is the one I think this comparable is not up to date, and there's not a lot of other comparables, right? That's one of the problems when you look at land. But let's see for sale. If we go for sale, and then I'm gonna remove the criteria of 12 months, I'm gonna put any. My internet's a bit slow right now, so I apologize for that. Here, there's a bunch for sale. And the cheapest one, which is the properties around here, so I'm going to focus here, is 37. 37 is 1 acre. $40,000, another 1.1 acre. This is a bit smaller than 1 acre, right? The price that's $18,000 for 1 acre. You know, looking at that's the cheapest one is 37. If we are at the market for like 33, 34, we can sell ours. Maybe 30. Let's do worst case scenario 30. Here's a bit more expensive. You have properties. Oh, I have seen these properties before, but they're not selling. It's a 3.2 acres. It's another area. She did do an okay job, but still, I think I see more value. This one's right here. 15K. 15K max offer. 30K sell. The big one, right? Each. The big one, it's a 3 acres. I think that lot, if you combine all of them, you can get at least like 45K. We're gonna offer like 27 to 28K for it. Offer can sell for 45 to 50K. And then there's another property here that she put more offers on. This guy has more vacant lots in Hereford, Arizona. And this is what you have to do, guys. You have to analyze the data. You have to talk to the sellers, and then after you talk to them, there's 5 questions that I ask every single seller. A lot of them answer and a lot of them don't answer also. I would say 75% of them answer and 25% don't. But anyways, I don't need any information from them at all. I just like to have that report because it builds the confidence and show that we are able to work. And if you see here, I teach everything in my course on how to flip land. Pretty much, I'm a wholesaler first and foremost. I teach how to find cheap land with great potential. There's so many properties that I buy for $5, $10, $20,000, $1,000 that I can sell and make a good ROI, return my money. And then I show you how to get this contract signed. You get the signed contract and you can sell it to someone else, right? That's what I do every single day. And it's safe and accessible. There's no risk on my side. Most land, 95% of the land that I do, there's no earnest money deposit. So I can't lose anything. I will lose my time that I have invested in maybe some photographers, but that's about it. Super low investment. You just need the capital for finding people, for the data, for the software. And once you get a property under contract, you don't need to buy it. As long as you do what I tell, so you can sell that piece of land. Ooh, this is very bright in here. Anyways, let's go back to the comparable that I was working on, right? We did that one. Oh, look at this one. There's a dirt road running through the property. There's one in the middle. I don't know where it's going to, right? Where do you go using that road? Anyways, I don't care. But there's a green dot next door that was a property sold. I want to see how much, because that's like my perfect comparable. $52,000. And she's saying 22,000. Did they buy more than one lot for 52? That's the thing, right? And it's in Hereford too. Man, this internet's killing me. I have to fix it. I don't like it's a dirt road. Most likely there's going to be no electricity, no water. And you can tell that to your seller, right? You tell him, hey, it's a dirt road access, that's why I can't offer you this much. But looking at my data, so it's right next to the other properties that we're looking. Instead of being here, it's around here, right? Yep, it's around here. 70K, 2 acres, 75, 220, 220, I'm gonna even forget about sold. We're gonna put the criteria of like past 12 months. I think we saw these comps already. Not 12 months, 24 is too long. There's one for 30. Oh, that's why she was able. And the other one, oh, is this the one? $52,000? Is that the one right here? Recent sale. 52. How did they manage to get $52,000? Maybe they sold more properties. I would have to check the title. I would have to check the deed, and there's a way of checking. It's not that hard. But for these properties, I'd rather not, because you can access here. I'm looking at how many other properties these guys have purchased. They live close by. Anyway, I think that data is wrong. Why $52,000 for that one? And there's 58 here for this one. Wow. This estimate, right? Which I don't believe. They never tried selling, so I don't see any history in here. I would say that it's worth about 25. Offer 12 to 13K, 25K sell. And then there's two more, $7,000 to $9,000 per property. Let's see. Oh, so it's right there. This guy split the lots. He's probably an investor just like us. Oh, and then he's trying to sell this one and that one. I see, and then he lives right there. See here, Sally. Is it the same size? This one is 37,000 square feet. This one is, so it's bigger. This one is, so she was the one who did the subdivisions. and 36. I think it's worth more. If we're thinking this one is worth 12, 13, that's a weird one. That's why we gotta just offer money and see what people react, right? Let's see what they have talked. It's not worth my time. I'll go see it for myself. In fact, I'm already working on finding out how much is really worth. You can send me an offer, but it's too low. I would even consider. Wow, because right now I'm 91 years old and I have had a lot going on. My husband passed away. Oof, my son passed away. Man, a lot of stuff to uncover. This one offered 10 to 11K and sell for 20 to 25 at least. And that's it, guys. That's what you do. And since she has a lot going on, let's see what she thinks about the offers. And that's a seller that we can help, right? Her situation is very unfortunate, but that's what happens. There's electricity, not a lot of them. On site, the water company is located very close to the area. But anyways, my assistant has the offers and good to go. LM, my initials, let me know. That's it, guys. Another video.